Hello, folks on YouTube. Just starting up another episode of this Hearts Iron 4 multiplayer Let's Play. You can say hi, Joe. I think it records you. It's always
Yeah,
recorded you before.
sweet.
Um,
Hello.
I've set things up on hot joins, so just waiting for Joe to join in. Did a couple things off camera with sending him license agreements more. You'll see back up to the most I can send you without you creating more variants. Uh, realizing the Spanish directory is doing very, very well in Spain, and more rifles are going to be needed. I did check just because I wanted to see if the AI was being all competent, and the Spanish Republic and Commune do have divisions in training. I off camera tagged over them earlier. Load up. Just see. But they don't have rifles to finish the training. So any rifles they get will either go into hands of trainees or into men on the field. So you can be sure that anything we get them will go to use.
Yeah.
Yeah. Add some more divisions
Is
of
there
my
any way
own.
we can help them more directly?
Not that I can really see, unless you can send them on lease. I don't know if it'll allow that.
I don't think so.
Your Lend-Lease tension limit should be minus 100% because of proletarian class army, so you might be able to just send them like proper Lend-Lease. Not
Oh, yeah?
Spain, because there's no naval route, but the commune. The problem is they have to have convoys, and the
Mm.
convoys can be intercepted. Oh, it looks like they have lots of convoys, so. Shoot. No, there's no naval route, because Gibraltar, because the directory controls Gibraltar. So yeah, you could in theory send one lease, but there's no way to actually get the
Oh,
equipment there, because the south side of Gibraltar is controlled by the directory. You could
right.
send one lease to the directory if you wanted, but that would be counterproductive.
Damn.
Just waiting for you to hot join in. I did is occasionally spend a little time thinking about the trees. If a player was doing Spain, um, the different branches have different amounts of like war support and recruitable population factor. I guess not if a player is doing it, but if Spain tried to go Stalinist doctrine and one set it to that, and then as the right opposition caused the POUM branch to happen, that might actually be the strongest. Because let's see. Uh, yeah, because increase arms production and nationalize the industry can both be done by the Stalinist doctrine, and they can still do expand Soviet aid. It's an interesting thing. War between two communist factions would actually lead to the strongest Spain in terms of build slots and factories. And, of course, the Carlist break off. Are you having trouble finding the server or something, Joe?
I'm still launching. It
Oh.
takes forever for the game to load up.
You might want to get. You don't have an SSD, I guess.
I do.
Oh.
I'm not sure if it's on this. I'm not sure if Hearts of Iron is on the SSD or not.
Oh. Yeah, it takes a while to load up, so I bet on
Yeah, it's on a hard drive.
SS.
I should really migrate it sometime.
Yeah, SSDs
Dude.
are way faster. Um, I guess more expensive still, but faster.
Yeah, but I've got space open.
Yeah. Um,
So I'll just have to, after this session, I'll transfer it.
cool. Right. So as soon as I finish accumulated wealth tax, I'll probably do selective training at. Um, Joe was talking about liberating the Antilles leads to a lot of Caribbean nations becoming independent and communist, so they start writing their focus trees. More
Yep.
importantly, relevantly here, I get decisions to embargo each of them for 10% war support, and I can always lift embargoes either immediately or for full play, wait till I flip ideology or something, but I just do it immediately. It doesn't make sense to keep it in place. Uh,
Yeah.
it's kind of cheeky, but yeah, I can embargo them for a day, get 10% war support from each, and because Britain has like all these colonies in the Netherlands, I can get like 50% war support from just that one focus you run. Um, the only bad part of that is there's an opportunity cost to not be able to do war propaganda once I'm in my civil war if I have over 50%
Oh yeah.
war support. But uh, you're kind of in a race to do it, unfortunately, because if I had run accumulated wealth tax and got my civil war started way sooner, this could have worked out better. But you know, I didn't. I missed the 1936 window to do it. Um, so if I had run Union Representation Act before 36 elections, uh, it's a race before self-government for the Americas, where Britain will decolonize the Caribbean without being asked. At which point, you know,
There we go.
then they won't get the event when you take the focus, and I don't think I get the event anymore because it requires countries flipping to communist or maybe fascist independent ones. Though Argentina doing it doesn't seem to give me a decision like that, so I don't know. Always certain countries, but the Caribbean ones flipping definitely gives me the chance to embargo them for war support. So whatever, coming into being rather being liberated. Um, can't access anything while you're loading up annoyingly. Um, whew. So I mean, I made mistakes. Right now, it has you trying to play Norway. There we go.
I'm just clicking around on the
Yeah,
map.
I've made
There we
mistakes
go.
like designing the naval bombers because I still thought that you get free naval bombers. That hasn't been true for a long time. Um, and missing the 36 window in your representation act, but hey, for what it's worth, it helps me with my single player game. The lessons I've learned. It helps if we ever do like one of these again. Um, there could be interesting stuff to do with like a U.S. Mexico fascist turn or something. Who knows? Other countries or just doing another communist run someday further down the line. Just waiting for you to hit ready so I can start it or gain control of my user interface.
Yeah, I'm loading in.
Oh yeah, takes a while. Uh, I did start a small lobbying effort so I can get the selective training, the selective service at basically done sooner. a lot of the a lot of the focuses for the U.S. have slightly different names. You'd think like Selective Training Act, but that's actually what was established as Selective Service, and I thought that was called the Selective Service Act.
Oh yeah.
There's the Old Age Pension Act, which makes not a lot of sense because the Social Security Act was what established a retirement, and that U.S. historically did not go communist or do a Union Representation Act, but we did establish Social Security. Maybe this represents a further expansion of it.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, it is a mess these days. Um, Yeah, so I think you were fighting in those plains below the jungle near San Luis Potosi, and then you were pulling smaller divisions back. Once they arrived, strategic redeploying the larger ones back north of the river, right?
Yeah, you want me to? Oh, I have two marching. I should probably strategically redeploy them.
No, they can't strategically redeploy
Oh,
into a
right, there's a
place.
battle.
Yeah, they just have to march into the plains nice and slow, and then when they arrive,
Yeah, that's what
then
they're doing.
the, by the time they arrive, the battle will be over. But you need them to have some
Probably.
org anyways, so that um, the larger divisions can strategically deploy as soon as the smaller ones arrive. So it'll be a little while.
Okay.
Um, and I think
Do I
what
want
you're
to? Do I want to kill them off yet, or
no,
should I keep them around for a little while longer?
yeah, I mean they're gonna get like build slots. They're
Okay.
eliminating other things that they might be prioritizing instead. And even if you ended
Right,
your
and I don't want
war
to lose the war support.
Yeah, and even if you undo your war like tomorrow, there's no way your volunteers probably couldn't flip the Spanish Civil War if it's a lost cause. It's
Yeah.
only a very narrow range of you sending volunteers being better than you sending guns. So, in fact, you can produce guns faster when you're, well, no, in peace. So you would produce them faster, same volunteers. But anyways, um, you get the army XP this way. Uh, Yeah, so I think you were doing Zfo and I guess law and industrial promotion. Um,
Yeah, I'm halfway through Zepho.
yeah, I do know and you can actually tell this yourself. Just if you look over at Greece, you'll see they are doing venerate the ancient Hellenes, which means they're doing the focus path where they attack Turkey. Um,
Yeah,
and so they're
they've got
democratic.
wars.
What?
They're sorry, they've got claims all over Turkey.
Yeah, they've claimed parts of it. But yeah, they're gonna invade Turkey, and the French and British will probably back them up in that, and so they'll join the Allies, as will France, um, which is led by Communist Britain, and Turkey will be probably divided up. This creates special puppets. You see, Trabzon becomes part of the British will actually create a puppet state there. The French will create one in Kurdistan, and France has a claim in those areas. Interesting.
Hmm.
And then they'll also probably the Britain will puppet most of Turkey, and France might force ideology some of it to democratic. So yeah, Turkey will be balkanized into like 4 or 5 countries, since the original Turkey might still
Yeah.
exist. 5 countries with Greece annexing part of it. Um,
Oh, these aren't Turkish cores?
hmm? Oh, there's areas in Kurdistan that resist that are not cored for them. They can sometimes, I think, in certain situations, core those areas, but they start off not cored.
Huh.
I remember, yeah, there's certain focuses they can do. Um, I believe if Spanish fascists win, I don't know,
Kurdistan has a lot
Shadow
of
of the
claims.
Empires doesn't work on Spain. What?
Kurdistan has a lot of claims.
Yeah, it's
They'd be huge if you released them.
they can get quite
Oh, I guess
big.
they're not all cores, yeah. Some of them are just claims.
Yeah, but they can be quite
Okay.
big. I mean, that's kind of accurate. Northern Iraq, although it shouldn't be the whole state of Mosul probably, but should at least be like the northern half of it. Northeast Syria, the Kurds, they should have gotten their own country, but they didn't because British imperialism and just drawing up maps with no regards for the will of the
Yeah.
people or self determination or any of that. So yeah, um,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's
it's
a mess.
Is what it is. Yeah. Um.
I want to play Turkey sometime.
Oh, their focus tree is horrible. It's
Oh
so
yeah.
huge. So yeah, I'll pause it for a second. As soon as you get
Oh
those,
jeez, it is.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a big tree.
very complicated too. Though you eventually get a sense for it. So I'm gonna pause it for a second, and as soon as you get the the uh the factories from those licenses, I'm gonna put some more rifles up at a cheap discount
I
price
think I have them
because
already, right?
they might not appear in your construction queue yet, and it might cause weird issues if I don't let it run for like an hour or two at least. I might even need to let the day tick over before putting
Oh,
a
where do you think I
purchase.
should deploy my 3 new divisions? They're about to finish training. At least 2 of them are
Oh, are they the large or small?
large.
Um, that's a good question. I mean, you probably in that little Aguascalientes and the province northwest of it, because you're probably going to need to attack. If you're going to
Oh, I see.
surround, you're going to need to attack from the west and the east, and there should be better supply there. So that one bit of
All right.
Durango and that bit of Jalisco. I think you have a supply hub, and yeah, and I go. It's probably two there and one northwest of that, and then you'll probably want to give them their own little micro front line, or give them that's under the control of the general who actually does attacking instead of the one who's defending mostly.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
the what's it? What is he? I
It's
know
I
which one
think
you're
it's your
talking about.
infantry leader is the one you've been attacking
Yeah,
with, and
infantry
the
leader.
chief of the air force you've been just using to hold the ground. Uh, so yeah,
Mm-hmm.
although it doesn't hurt to have the chief of the Air Force attack, I mean, his divisions are tiny, so they get massacred. I did also check, and I maintain my entire army when this U.S. Second Civil War breaks out. So I'm actually gonna just massively upscale it because I
You
don't
don't
lose.
lose anything to the
Nope,
Confederates.
they get divisions out of thin air, and I don't lose a single division. So I'd seen this
Huh.
once before, but all my divisions were volunteers, so I thought that was just because they were Nope. I fast
Oh, is
forward
it
and checked.
like you had the federal army is on your side and they're
Yep,
using like the National Guard, that
yep.
sort of deal?
State National
Okay.
Guard units and
Yeah,
like volunteer militias.
I see.
Yep.
Okay.
So they get the more divisions I have, the more I'll outnumber them by, and the more handily I can push them back without suffering a ton of losses. So I've now got 115,000 men in training. All right, so I'll
Okay.
just pause. Oh yeah, there's a ton of things. Negotiate licenses, military access in Brazil and the Congo. Um, there's a few places that I'll want to like non-aggression pact later, but Brazil is big. I can negotiate some stuff with them and the Congo. At this point, world tension's enough. All right, do you have in your build queue the factories yet?
Which ones?
Like how many factories do you have in your build queue?
Oh, 30 total. So
Oh,
yeah, I have the 19 working. Or I have 22 working.
cool. All right, I'm putting 2,430
Right.
basic
More
infantry
context.
rifles up for sale. That's basically everything I'm not currently using for my divisions and training. So if you just snatch this up before the AI does,
Um,
bunch of
2430 Springfields.
yeah. Uh,
Okay.
you know what? We might want to send the commune some M1 Garans as well. I'm gonna put
I
some.
don't have a say. It just sends whatever it sends.
Oh yeah, that yeah, it sends the oldest first. That's true, but I might want to send you some later. You can also equip your own divisions with them. Uh, Yeah, I'm gonna put a small number of those up a discount as well. So if you stick like one factory on, let's see, 150. Yeah, if you stick one factory in the M1s, I'm also putting a few of those on discount. That should help you with your own fighting as well as when you run out of basic equipment, you send the M1s over. So,
Okay.
all right, so I'm unpausing. Just snatch this both up
How many deliveries should I do it? One delivery? Assign 12 factories to the
to the M1.
weapons? Oh, I can do them all in one.
The M1 only needs one factory. As for the 1903 Springfields, I would.
Eh, Should I not combine them into one purchase? Does that mess something up?
Let me think for a second. 1,000. Yeah, I would just try and get it all in one or two deliveries. The 1903s, just to make sure you can keep sending. Uh,
Okay. Then yeah, I'll put 12 factories onto these two.
yeah, but you only
Oh,
need
should I
one.
buy your convoys as well? I'm a little
Uh,
short.
hold up.
Oh, they're expensive convoys right now though.
Yeah,
So
hold on. Okay, yeah, now there's some discounted ones. Put four on discount. Or, let me make
okay.
that six. There we go. So you should be able to buy the convoys, the rifles.
Hmm. That increased the number of deliveries to 2. I'll just assign fewer factories.
Yeah, I might do fewer on the Springfields just to get the convoys faster. And note the
Should
deliveries
I?
aren't equally sized. Even if it's two, you might have five convoys in the
Oh,
first
I'll
delivery.
just split them up that way and get everything in one delivery.
You'll split what up?
The purchases.
Oh, you can buy both things in one delivery? I didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah, you can buy multiple types of weapons in one purchase,
Cool.
I think.
Yeah, it looks like it did. That's handy to know. I didn't even know that was an option. Uh, 5 and 12. Cool.
Yep, and I think it should assign the factories when it unpauses.
All right, and now let
Yeah,
me
there
go
we go.
back to selling overpriced M1s for the AI to buy. Because Industrial Snowball. Yay. And insane numbers of convoys that not
Should I buy any
sell.
equipment from other countries in case you're running low?
Uh, it's going to be kind of inefficient, but I guess I could use if anyone's selling any basic infantry equipment. Well, no.
There's a decent amount of basic on sale.
Yeah, no, never mind the basic. Hold on, I'm thinking about this more
A little bit
carefully.
of infantry one.
Who's
Oh, this
selling
one's
it?
actually made by an MIO.
Uh, who's selling the stuff? Uh, the rifles.
Huh?
I was saying who's selling it.
The MIO? Albania. The Albanian Kingdom. There's 695 infantry one.
Oh, do you not have market access at the Mariana Federation?
uh, I guess not.
You know what? Don't worry about buying stuff yourself, because then we're sticking things through the whole like licenses, double consumer good tax.
Yeah.
Focus. Yeah, I'll buy some infantry equipment myself. I can actually buy it from one of my puppets, which is probably not a terrible idea. Um, both of my puppets are selling. Yep. I'm gonna buy some rifles off my puppet. That's actually a smart move. Uh,
And I'm waiting to pick up semi-automatic rifles after until after I've researched infantry um infantry 2, is it? The 1939 rifles. Anyway,
Um, oh, sorry. I was doing some weapons buys. You were saying you're waiting to
I have
research.
a trait point for semi-automatic rifles,
Yeah, and you were
but you
yeah
told me to wait
yeah because
to
it doesn't
actually
help you
spend it.
until you actually apply it. So if you're just getting close to infantry equipment too, working towards that, it's best to save the army XP and
I'm not
now apply.
researching it yet, but I can start researching it in 68 days.
Yeah. Um, hold on. Share your screen for a sec, because I was curious what was going on with your infantry equipment tech. I've completely out of. Yeah. Do you have what? How can I take a look at your research slots? That's what I was curious.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you're doing mechanical computing and support equipment. Did you have something you wanted to do after mechanical computing?
Hmm.
There is.
Improved radio, perhaps. Um,
Uh,
could get started on concentrated industry.
oh, because I had a
Sure.
suggestion. If you take a look at your infantry MIO real quick, like the
Oh,
should be
wait,
on
no.
your country flag, right there. And how much funds if you hover over the bar? You should.
Oh,
Let's see. It's
they just leveled up.
750. Yeah, they just leveled. Well, yeah, you already applied the one train. They have one more left to sign. Looks like you can get I wouldn't have applied. That's a semi-automatic rifle thing, and that will just reduce production efficiency. Game won't do anything good until you.
Add trait to completion queue.
Yeah, they don't do that. That would just have it automatically assigned as soon as you have the fun. As soon as you have the
Ah, okay.
point, which you already have. But
I see.
you can get another trait fairly quick, even before you get the next set of rifles, to get medium machine gun production. So after you finish the electronic thing, because then you can go straight for that and apply that to the infantry equipment too, which give extra breakthrough. Really important for attacking with infantry since they have such terrible breakthrough.
Yeah.
So I would suggest making after your electronics thing, like if you after mechanical computing doing support equipment one. If you click on that, if you just
Sport
left click
weapons.
on it and research just to see, you don't have to actually confirm it. Yeah,
Yeah.
750 funds. So yeah, you that should I would exit so you don't actually do it, but that should be enough to get another trait point before you finish infantry equipment too, and you'll just want to apply the traits right before it finishes, both of them, and then you'll have medium machine gun production locked in,
I
which
want
is
to apply
nice.
both of them just before I finish researching this.
Before you finish rifles too.
Yeah, this one. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, it already went off the screen. Myself, I'm doing some stuff with artillery and
Okay.
uh something with yeah, getting mobile limbers a lot in on.
I, I lost some steel.
You lost some steel. Oh, damage to infrastructure in Mexico City.
Nope.
What do you mean you
Maybe I
lost?
just started spending it somewhere. I'm short 2 steel now.
Oh, yeah, that's nothing to worry about. It might be because you completed a new mill, uh, or because you don't have a dockyard doing repairs right now, or something like that. It just slows your coastal defense ship production a tiny bit. 15% off
Yeah.
the speed of that, which you're just getting a head start and making use of your steel. So, um, yeah. And you finished the Sonora factory already, I'm guessing?
One of
Or
them.
it's, oh yeah, still one more, and then Jalisco stuff, and then yeah. Oh yeah, you can add more to the queue for Jalisco. More factories. Similar to Veracruz. Cool. All right. Anyways,
I build Mexico City factories.
oh, Mexico City has we'd probably want a level of
Ah, right. In infrastructure.
infrastructure. Just one because you'll get one from Focus in Mexico
Right.
City, I believe. Uh, yeah.
I think so.
Let's see. If you click on rural infrastructure, I think is the one that applies it. Because peripheral is like further from your capital. It should be rural if you left click on it. Oh
Yeah,
no.
it's only Veracruz, Jalisco, Durango, and Guerrero.
Oh, well then you will need to
I
add
think
more
it's.
infrastructure in Mexico City. Yeah, I don't think
Oh,
you.
that's a building slot, not infrastructure.
Yeah, you'll
Okay.
probably need to add more infrastructure in Mexico City, which also
Yeah.
add steel production. I don't even know if it's the best place to do next, but it's a little further down the line, so don't worry about it. Ah, Shadow of the Empires. Perfect. Which, if the Spanish Empire wins, I don't know. They might not count as a target for that. There's a focus called Shadow of the Empires for the U.S. Similar, like communist tree.
Yeah.
Yep. And monarchism, Shadow of the Empires. Um,
France is 50% communist now.
yeah. I apologize for I'm not thinking or reacting very quickly just because it's been a day. um,
Yeah, my head hurts a bit too.
yeah, I recorded some videos. I dealt with a family member who needed um, like reassurance about stuff.
Yeah.
And why do I still have divisions all the way down here in southern Texas? Just saw that. I'm like, oh.
What happens if they're standing around in the South when the Civil War happens?
They'll automatically redeploy to DC.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna slowly
You don't
start.
lose them; they just get pushed somewhere not very useful.
Yeah,
Are you gonna set up a fallback line before they revolt?
I've been push. I've been setting up fallback lines for divisions all over. Yeah,
Cool.
I've got divisions lined up just outside of the area, or on New Mexico. I've got on the mountain range instead of right on the border. It's those plains east of the mountains. There's just nothing worthwhile there really. Um, got divisions lined up on the border of North Texas to try and grab a supply depot real quick once the war breaks out. Along the
Yep.
river in Oklahoma. Yeah, I'm setting up fallback lines all over the place.
All right.
So
Should I stop sharing my screen?
oh yeah, yeah for sure.
All right. Got some command power building up.
Cool. Um, should slowly start moving divisions back from got all these manpower building up. Did you say?
Command.
Oh, command power.
Yeah.
I misheard.
Manpower, I'm actually a little short on. I've got 79K.
Hmm. Um. Yeah, that's
Probably want to go
unfortunate.
to limited conscription soon.
Yeah. Um. Oh, yeah. No, I wouldn't worry about increasing your conscription law. You should have enough to easily win your war, and there's a lot of stuff with domestic development to do.
Yeah. Well, you don't start getting hurt until you get to service by requirement, right? That's when it starts hurting your economy.
Um, extensive conscription slows down conscription, but this is more of an opportunity cost thing with like it
Oh,
could be
it's just not worth spending the power.
yeah, you're better off prosecuting clergy or something.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I believe you're about to finish tech in like a day.
5 days.
Oh, 5 days.
Yep. And then I can do support weapons.
Cool. Just slowly inching divisions back from the Canadian border. Send them there in case of some crazy. I should have figured that there's no way Canada would attack me before my civil war, but whatever. Um, hmm. All these weird named garrisons. All right.
Okay. 2 new units. Oh,
Oh,
they're walking.
yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, I was wrong before about the number of experience points to level up. It's 300 for level 1, so you can let junior officers get all the way up to 300 XP, and it's not going to hurt their um like 299 XP, and they'll still come in at level 1.
Okay. So it's 300.
Yeah, I said it was
Yeah, I see.
incorrectly. I said that it was 200. I was mistaken. So,
All right. Cool.
um, so
All
am I
right. And then I should have
pausing?
those three redeploy into the jungle province. Yeah.
Redeploy into the jungle?
Yeah.
I can probably tell what you're saying. Yeah, the larger ones. Once you've got the smaller ones already in the plains, I would strategically redeploy them because walking to jungle always suffers attrition. So
All right.
it's like mounds or
Yeah.
swamps. You don't want to walk into
Back across
mounds.
the river in that one province I took from them.
Yeah, strategically redeploy back across the river, and then they'll have to reorganize and replan. I'd make sure your battle plans are good. That you have like, you know, the right the plans to the right provinces, and it's not
Right.
gonna try and do weird things when you tell it to execute.
Right.
Because
I still have to delete the 4 divisions pushing into the capital.
Oh, you still got some of them. That's under the guy who does the actual attacking.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
they
fine.
were there. They were doing that to hold the attack in place
Yeah.
to stop them from moving forward. Yeah, I got it. Okay. So, do I want to? Do I want to push north and take Matamoros and Reynosa, or do I want to delete that? I just want to surround the capital. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just surround the
Yeah.
capital for
All right.
now because they already moved divisions in to stop you from
Yeah.
reaching Matamoros, if I remember.
Okay. All right. And then those new divisions on the left, I can have attack the other side, and that should cut off the capital.
Yeah, they'll need to probably train up to regular first if you want to not suffer too many losses.
Oh, right. Let me shift click.
Yeah, so they'll need training and they'll need planning, of course, and they'll need to
Okay.
reorganize once they're done with the training. So, all right, I do not need divisions in Seattle, really. Uh, oh, got a ship. Oh, just a really bad naval accident with one of my carriers. It's on the way to repair. Okay, I'm cool. Got a warning, Mike. What happened? Why am I getting a warning of ships that are close to sinking? It's because bad naval accident. Oh well.
Yeah.
You notice Greece just declared war on Turkey.
And they're democratic.
Greece? Yeah.
Yeah.
They can end up going fascist from this, but if they were going to, they would have already had a civil war. So
How often do democratic nations just start wars like this?
you'd be surprised the number of aggressive ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah. There's France.
yep, France and the UK are both joined the war. So yeah, good time to try and demand they liberate the Antilles, I guess, after maybe after the law of industrial promotion, but maybe yeah,
What happens if I stop working on a focus partway through?
you lose progress, and thus inherently that's like
Oh,
losing time and political power.
I see. You can only save 10 days.
Yeah,
Dang.
generally not good to
Okay.
do.
All right.
Oops. Australia's buying my fighter aircraft. Everyone wants my stuff. Works for me. I need the money. And yep, Greece now joined Britain's faction. That's actually, I mean, that's good because that means the UK gets a little bit of their war score as the faction leader.
Yeah.
So more of it'll
How
end up.
how how did Britain and France join Greece's war anyway?
There's like the Magali conference or something. If you look, it's historically the in during or at the end of World War One, towards the end, the Britain and France promised Greece they would help them reconquer Western Turkey in exchange for the support in World War One.
Oh,
Yeah, they're just like, oh, we'll just help you take this land that you haven't controlled in forever
yeah.
because whoever said that democracies never do aggressive wheeling and dealing of land is clearly never studied history. That's like, yeah, we'll just give you this. We'll just start a war. They didn't keep their promise historically.
Yeah.
Greece didn't push the issue, but they could
Did
have.
Greece ever fight Turkey over Western
Uh,
yeah.
I think there was a around the World War One period there was a that they did, and they did not.
Mm.
Britain and France didn't help them then, and I think there was a later war like in the 70s, a low intensity conflict, like some skirmishes in the Aegean.
Ah,
Yeah, so there's a couple times because Greece really wanted
mm,
Western Anatolia. That's an area that historically a lot of Greeks have lived in Turkey, and a lot of them got kicked
yeah.
out of Turkey when like modern Turkey formed. The Ottomans were fine Greeks living there, despite all this like neo-fascist rhetoric trying to rewrite history about that. The Ottomans had no problem with multicultural Turkey, but when Ataturk formed modern Turkey, uh, it became a much more nationalistic Turkey, and they like all non-Turks must leave. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Armenian genocide, Greek genocide.
well, this is very different than genocides. This was expulsion as opposed to the mass murder of people, but
Right.
it was a relatively peaceful expulsion. But they also like took all their like homes and didn't compensate them and stuff, so that still created a ton of refugees. It was still ethnic cleansing, and that
Yeah.
was brutal and not right. Um, yeah, I just say because sometimes the word genocide is used too broadly to define things. They're just ethnic cleansing. When you're killing people, that's genocide. When you're driving them out, that's ethnic cleansing. Oh, Madrid has fallen, which can only mean that. Let's see, Spanish Civil War. I should be able to. The Republic is still not ready to surrender yet, but they've lost Madrid before they could complete the focus to fortify it. So that's not good. Do you have any? Have your decisions rolled over to send them more guns yet, or
Yep. I've been doing it on cooldown.
okay, cool? Because they're in tough, tough straits now. Like they just lost their capital, most of their industry with it.
Oh, Madrid. Shoot.
Yep, Madrid has fallen to the fascists. So
Yeah, I don't think they're making it.
not likely. Uh, at this point, it's more of they buy time
The commune?
for the commune, yeah, to build up their army. So
Yeah. They aren't looking too great either.
yeah,
But it could go either way.
uh, depends if they can reestablish supply. Right now, their public is cut off the common supply to Cordoba and Granada.
They still have the coastline, just barely.
But yeah, but they don't have a rail connection.
Oh, oh, you're right. Yeah, I see that. That sucks.
Oop, sorry, I was trying to pause it and because I just got can recruit a new operative. This is randomly generated. Braxton Waterhouse Carnot Pemberton. Well, this guy looks weird. Braxton Waterhouse. But he's distinctive at least. Still. Yeah, I'll hire him. He's easy to keep differentiate from others. Whew, what can I do to help? Oh, I built an Intel network in Madrid that should reduce the max planning for the directory. Send spies to help indirectly. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, let me see what's going on in terms of focus trees, maybe. Eventually. Um,
Wait, so do the anarchists have like a +10 same ideology bonus with monarchists because they're both non-aligned?
uh, maybe, but I think the anarchists, like, if they existed, have a huge opinion penalty with everyone, so that outweighs it by a ton.
A what?
They have, I'm pretty sure, a huge opinion penalty with pretty much everyone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Huh.
even though they have that, um,
Yeah, because
it's,
I was gonna say it's really weird that they're considered non-aligned.
eh, I mean, anarchists do not see eye to eye with almost any other variant of Marxists. So,
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
a lot of
but
anarchist
the same.
schools of thought aren't Marxist at all. So,
Yeah, oh, I'm aware, but it just feels weird lumping them in with the monarchists.
yeah, it also includes oligarchies and authoritarian
Yeah,
dictatorships and all sorts of stuff.
and some
Anything
just democracies even.
that,
Although I don't know. What would you consider current, like Mexico right now, as I'm non-aligned Mexico? I guess
right
it's a
now, what
moderate
you've
government,
currently got, it's no,
moderatism.
it's more of an oligarchical rigged democracy. It's not a real
Ah,
democracy.
right.
Historically, in this
Yeah.
time period, the elections are being rigged. If you switch
Mm,
ideology to democracy, and again, that's supposed to represent that you've cleaned up your elections and they're no longer
yeah,
being stolen. But
that makes sense.
at the beginning of 1936, your elections are rigged, so you're not a
Mhm.
democracy really.
Yeah, just
Non-aligned
in name.
fits. Yes, democracy in name only. um, is basically a perfect description for what you are.
Yeah,
So,
but I mean, like if a Stalinist and a Trotskyist, that's a hard word to
Trotskyite.
say. Country, yeah, Trotskyite, I guess. Countries get that same ideology opinion bonus, and I don't think it's a huge stretch to give anarchists as well. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but usually there's stuff that they're still communists. They have some things in common, and
Yes,
usually they
I mean,
actually hate each other because of special modifiers, Trotskyite and Stalinist countries.
yeah, that's true. Maybe anarchists could just use one of those that makes them slightly less like.
Well, they do. That's what I'm saying. They get like a massive like minus 100 opinion penalty with the whole world. So they'll
I guess.
minus 90 with monarchists and like minus 100 with everyone else or something.
Yeah, it's just really weird they have a slight balance to monarchists when they should probably hate them more than, well, probably second most. More
Maybe.
less than the fascists, but more than anyone else, I guess.
maybe. Um,
I don't know. Politics is hard. Oh shoot! I have yeah. I just got a ton of army experience. Must not have lost any ships. Yeah,
ah,
definitely didn't lose any ships. So I
huh,
can buy branch interoperation. Yeah, I can buy another
yeah,
grand
that'll
battle plan doctrine.
branch interoperation give coordination, which yeah will help your small divisions when defending all attack one target at a time, and then after that you
Sweet,
get assault breakthrough, which is really useful because good tactic and breakthrough for your army. So
sweet.
you
Am I
can
going to
always
use tanks at any point?
uh, it'll be a long time till you have the industry, and they perform very
Yeah.
poorly in the mountains and
Oh,
jungles.
right. Fair enough.
They're
Yeah,
still an
not very
upgrade.
useful. Yeah.
They are an upgrade over infantry, but they're a lot less of an upgrade than they would be
Yeah.
in flatter terrain.
Right. Are
So for
mechanized have the same issue?
what?
Do mechanized have the same issue?
I think they have less of a
Or
penalty than
motorized?
um. Yeah, I mean
I
they
assume they don't do great in jungles either.
mechanized are just cheaper, so even if they don't do amazing, it's like less cost, and by the time you're doing mechanized, you probably have more industry. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't remember how the exact terrain penalties compare light tanks versus mechanized, but generally, if you're using mechanized, you're probably mixing with light tanks anyhow.
Okay.
Like, you know, um, sometimes even medium tanks, but in really bad terrain, light tanks plus mechanized is a fairly solid strategy. So, I'm gonna have to work out my fallback lines a little more between sessions. I'm just too tired to think. So you're doing the support equipment now? The the
Yep. Support weapons.
support weapons, yeah.
Yep. I'm working on support weapons too.
Cool. Um, so I try to have divisions, if possible, be stationary at midnight so that they get a little army XP from exercises. I'm still on Grand Battle Plan, like the second doctrine in the tree. I do
Yeah.
not have army XP. Plus, I don't want to upgrade it a ton because the Confederacy gets any of my doctrines. I only did that
Oh,
one
right.
for the daily command power. The rest I'll just be saving up as XP and spend the moment the war breaks out. I already made the mistake of upgrading the Marine Corps, which they'll inherit like a strong Marine Corps, unfortunately for me. But
Hmm.
Commun's doing all right, looks like. How are you doing for political power, by the way?
23.
23. Oh, you can't do anything yet.
Nope.
Um, oh yeah. One thing with your trees, if you do Bolivarian Alliance, you become atheist state, but because you're already in a civil war, you don't get a Cristero
Yeah, I don't have to
rebellion.
worry about that.
And then if you do the worker militias and you're already an atheist state, it doesn't weaken the church any further. So that makes
Oh,
it cheaper to upgrade it back up to weak later if you do both of them before your civil
you're
war is
right.
over. Saves you a little political power, like
Huh.
75. So that's not nothing.
Yeah.
Um, Sky Shack should be Eastern Defense Command. Slowly moving divisions to where I want them. Oop, no, Minneapolis, not wherever that was. Trying to get them out off the Canadian border before the snows come because I don't want any more cold acclimatization in my divisions. In fact, I probably want heat for pushing into like Texas against the Confederates, especially a war that's going to break out around May or June. So, yeah, when I fast forward before to see, I was pretty sure at the time when it was May 24th of 39 that I got my Civil War. It might be a little earlier or later, but that gives an idea of around where it's likely to be.
Okay.
So, which is, I think I calculated it as early June before, so it's close. Happens a little faster than I thought it would. I definitely got too many men in Wyoming.
So I don't actually need trucks for supply either.
They can extend the range of supply hubs that are already supplied with trains, but you do need trains. Did you buy some earlier?
No, I've got none of either.
Um, yeah, you haven't
There
finished
is.
that rail connection to that hub yet, have you? Or did you?
Um.
To Tom
Yes, I have.
Lucas? Oh
I have
yeah.
finished it. Yep.
So yeah, let me put some
It's only
trains.
level 1. Should I upgrade it?
The rail connection.
Yeah. Or is it good?
One's
Good.
enough. I mean, you can't really afford a massive. I'll put a couple discount trains up for sale here though, so
Okay.
you can just buy a couple of them.
Sweet.
Put me some. What? No, let me put some more expensive ones up for the AI. Cool.
Uh, why do they keep canceling their strategic redeployment? What are you
Uh,
guys doing?
they might be trying to go somewhere else other than where you're sending them if they're like assigned to a front somewhere else.
They
Don't you think?
shouldn't be. Let me make sure they're assigned to the right front. And now I'll strategically redeploy them, and let's see if they actually go where I'm telling them to this time. There we go. Do I want to attack with just the 3 of them, or the 6 small ones I have in that province too?
I mean, the small ones get massacred. And if the battle takes a little longer, your general gain more experience, anyways. I mean, you're attacking into mountains, so that's even harder than jungles. But I would wait. There's currently a storm there, which makes attacking harder. Let's see.
Yeah.
Air detection, ground bombing, air mission, naval, or glossum moving, supply consumption, org regain, supply efficiency. Uh, I mean, maybe not.
Can
But
I assign them from the front? Can I assign them from the offensive line without unassign them from the offensive line without unassigning them from the front?
I mean, I think I showed before. If you assign a bunch of divisions to the front without any offensive lines coming off that front, and then you draw a spearhead,
Oh,
Or
I see.
offensive line, you with just some of the divisions selected, you can have ones. But if you assign a division to a front line that already has a spearhead coming off of it, or offensive line, it'll automatically assign them to that spearhead.
Yeah, I see.
So
Okay,
yeah, you have to do it in a certain order to work.
I got it. Okay, cool. I gotta wait for these guys to finish training anyway before I initiate any plans, unless I want to manually attack or attack with them untrained.
Yeah, it's probably better to wait from the fully train. Like I said, the junta is running focuses, and they should add build slots eventually. They might do militarism first. Yeah, they did militarism already, actually. But once
How
they've
can you
grabbed,
tell? Oh
they have
wait,
the national
there's
spirit.
I see. I
They
I keep thinking you're looking at their trees.
no, they could always grab like military youth or paramilitarism, but they at some point they'll swap back to their industrial tree. So,
Yeah.
um,
If things go on too long, will they have a democratic revolution?
yes,
Okay. But that's at what, 60% democratic?
yes,
All right. They're only
but
at 27 right now,
they have
so it should be
less
fine.
ruling party popularity. Well, they won't get a revolution during the Civil War, but I think I shoot, but they can get I think they can get ideology flip events. They just can't get a civil war within a civil
Oh,
war.
okay. Would I
Uh,
care about an ideology flip for them?
no, irrelevant, really. And I'm not even sure that can happen. I could be wrong. It will
Okay.
destabilize them for sure in terms of less ruling party popularity. So it's a good thing for you.
Yeah.
Like anything that weakens your enemy is good for you.
All right. Cool.
Uh, oh, I got a event change in the flow of ideas. Only 15 Navy XP? Oh, that stinks. A couple times I sim to look at stuff and I was getting a 30 Navy XP event, but no. Eh, things are always worse. And like in my Germany runs, I was always getting 50 Navy XP. I get struck by bad luck when I'm actually doing recordings far too often. Uh, October 2nd. Cool. So I'm trying to watch carefully micro some stuff with Navy production, so you might see me pause here and there as well as move units around. It's nothing too involved, thankfully.
Ah, shoot.
What?
Lost a couple convoys.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
Ah, well. Oh, I'm about to hit my max command power.
Oh,
What should I do with it?
what's your max?
120? I'm at 117.
Oh, yeah, you probably have like a day or two on it, right? Until you hit it.
Yeah, 3 days.
Yeah, you'll probably they'll want to like tomorrow or something or early on the 24th promote a junior officer.
All right. My
Um,
highest guy, 170.
yeah. The reason I say do it a little bit later is in case there's any combat that occurs on like the next day or two.
Okay.
Uh, although, he, how much experience does the division that he's in charge of have?
Let me see. 73% towards level 4. They're currently regulars.
Okay, so yeah, they won't lose an experience level. I was thinking if they would have to do exercises, you might want to do it sooner before they get better equipment. Yeah, yeah, it sounds like you should wait in case there's an opportunity to.
Okay.
I just finished a tech. Hold on for a second, because I need to figure out what I'm going to do next. Hmm. Yep, working a little on my aircraft MIO. That seems reasonable. Um, all right. Just finished a. What? Why am I at +6 chromium? Something. Oh. Let's calculate a little. There's more pairs. Um. Just finished a cruiser, my first torpedo cruiser in the field. Those
Yeah.
things are awesome. Uh, I do think Paradox accidentally made a mistake though with calculating how much HP they should have. They seem to have way more than makes logical sense. Like the capital ship variant of them has, I kid you not, 180 hit points, which really doesn't make much sense.
Hmm.
I think it was they meant for it to have the same hit points as a cruisers, like light and heavy cruisers, get extra hit points from their guns. Um,
Yeah.
but since torpedo cruisers don't normally have big guns, they give it higher base hit points. But I think they overdid it because they forgot they can still have one gun emplacement.
Hmm.
And so like you got something that was multiplied twice when it should have only been once or something weird. Um, anyways, so you're working on Z4 right now, I assume.
Yep. About 3/4 done.
Cool. Oop, shoot, screwed that up. Let me send you some more factories, some more licensed stuff, so I can kickstart your industry a little more.
Yeah. Do I have to make another ship?
Yeah, maybe. Uh, let's see. You probably don't have like sub holes or anything, right? You just have destroyer and coastal defense ship.
No, I have submarine hulls.
Do you have any actual designs for them?
Nope.
Well, you could probably create a sub design, just the standard one that I don't think
Could I
requires any.
share my screen?
Yeah, I'll take a look because it's a little finicky. Let's see, one more ad for powered by nitro. So yeah, if you do an early sub, and you have to give it some kind of torpedo, but it won't let you build torpedo tubes one, and yeah, you can't do anything else with anyways. You could give it tubes, but you're probably just better with one. Even a something with just that one tube, dirt cheap sub like that, can potentially hold up a fleet for a long period of time if it engages, or sink undefended convoys fairly easily if there's sufficient numbers of them. Uh, yeah,
I
you could.
have it generate a name.
I mean, you could just call it like early subhole or something, or cheapo subhole, or training subhole, whatever you feel like. I always give stuff names that makes it clear to me. Yeah, and if you just save that, and I can license that from you. What else?
Want to make another with another torpedo tube?
It's kind of
And then,
useless, and it costs 5 Navy XP. I wouldn't do it.
okay.
But if you do the destroyer, you have a mine layer and a normal. I don't think you have a mine sweeper yet, though. So mine sweep, a variant of the existing Durango class, because you got the Mark Zero there. If you create a variant that has mine sweeping gear, I would just call it Durango class mine sweeper, and like save as new or whatever. Yep.
And then just save this. I don't want to give it any.
Yeah, Minesweeper should ideally be very cheap.
Okay.
Or wait, yeah, it's Durango. None of your destroyers have anti-air, do they? Huh. Yeah, better to wait to give them.
This
Oh,
one
they
does.
have that one gun. Yeah, yeah, but you can just I might put it in the rear slot instead of that. I don't remember if there's any difference between them, what they can host, but kind of makes more sense because you drag it behind. Uh, I do think there's some things that can't be put in the rear slot. So without checking that,
All right.
uh,
Good.
it's probably stuff you haven't unlocked. If there is, or maybe it's a way higher. I don't know. Yeah, just save. You can also create a mine super that has 2 mine sweeping gear, and I can license that as well. It's more fuel efficient and industry efficient. You gotta give a new name and then because the one that just has one, you may at some point actually produce and then later retrofit the other slot to have like weapons or something to have mine supers and defend themselves. So yeah, they're both useful. Anyways, yeah, let me license all those from you.
Oh no, wrong button. Don't
I
need to
know
make these yet.
chose this particular moment because I realized I was gonna have some overflow. I'm building a dockyard, so I just figured I'd give you the factories instead of seeing it all go to waste.
Okay.
Um, should probably also buy some chromium, more chromium from, or not. Buy some rubber from the Soviets. Give them a factory for a day. And oh yeah, you have a little steel for sale, don't you? Tungsten.
Um.
Yeah, you do. There we go. Just for a day, I'm gonna buy some stuff I don't need for you. Give you factories that would have otherwise gone to waste.
Cool.
So enjoy the free stuff momentarily. Uh,
This needed for upgrades number has not changed.
hmm?
The needed for upgrades number for infantry equipment 1. I feel like it's not going down no matter how much I make or buy.
Uh, if you're deploying more divisions or um, you're suffering attrition, or it's most likely just it should be going down over time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's just slowly. It's hard to notice the difference. Oh yeah, it might not show some of it. Like it may update infrequently, so it could be that too.
Mm.
Um, cool. How are you doing for rifle stockpiles right now? Since you mentioned that.
I have 4,500.
4,500.
Yep. All basic equipment though.
Hmm. And even though you're sending it to the commune as fast as you can.
Yep. I'm sending it on cooldown to both.
Yeah, let me just sell you some more convoys. I'm just
I think I've got 11, but I
just
think
yeah, but it
the
takes a month
Garens are
for
mostly
them.
going to upgrades.
What?
I think the Garens are mostly going out to my troops.
Them on Grons. Um, yeah, and then that frees up basic equipment, which here, I'll put just a couple convoys on sale just to keep the numbers up in case you get a bunch of those because you can. It takes a month for them to arrive, but you can potentially lose convoys every single week. So don't want if the supply
Okay.
of guns gets interrupted, there's no way that the commune wins at this point, unless we keep making sure that to send them those rifles as quick as possible. They have the manpower, by the way. Um, they have over 250,000 manpower. Their manpower is actually going up thanks to international brigades because they get 1,000 a week from that. So they just need guns. If they had unlimited rifles, they would definitely win. All right. I'm just going to go back to selling some overpriced convoys. Overpowered for the AI.
Yeah, I'll keep sending them weapons on cooldown.
Yeah. Just let me know the next time it was convoys because I don't want you to run out of those.
Okay. Oh, and that's enough for another doctrine. Oh, and I'm at 120. Let me hire that guy. Let me
Oh,
promote that guy.
yeah. Did you just reach that, or
Hopefully.
might have been a few days? Um,
Fine.
yeah. Oh well.
Just a couple command power. Usually have plenty of it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm too much of a perfectionist. Personally, I don't like wasting any of it because every time you hire a new general, there's a chance of getting like a one with really good personality traits.
Doesn't look like he has any.
You didn't even roll
Oh well.
brilliant strategist, even though you
No.
have theater training on.
Yep.
Oh man, your luck sucks lately.
Yeah.
Oh well. You could
All
experiment with
right.
pulling like one of those brigades from some other part of the front over to the jungle, so you have more men to back up an offensive there, or put him in Agua Scolantes because you'll also need to fill in behind that push.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I
Should I
mean you can
pull
have
a couple from Chihuahua
maybe one. I
up
wouldn't pull a
up there?
couple, but I might
I've
pull
got
like
I've got 4 in each province up there.
four in each.
Yep.
Yeah, you might pull one from Chihuahua proper, bring it down to three.
Okay.
And then see if they attack, and then if they don't, maybe pull another kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do I want the other people to be on the micro front? The small troops to be on the micro front? Because the other troops in Aguas Calientes are still under the defensive general. The lines just overlapped with the micro front.
Sorry, say that again.
The people in Aguas
Yeah.
Calientes, do I want them all on the micro front so that they'll all attack?
Oh, all in the offensive one.
Yeah.
No, you probably just want to attack with the best men, but having others who can fill in behind. Because the
So
The
those
front
people I
line
want on. Do the people filling in behind? Do I want them on the offensive general or the defensive general?
defensive. The front
Okay,
line will automatically redraw when you take the province, and they'll try and
I
fill
see.
in. And you know, if you don't redraw the line, in fact, you may end up needing to redraw it manually and delete it because it can get screwed up sometimes. But yeah, they're perfectly capable of filling in automatically under the defensive guy.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, it took me a sec to realize what you're asking. Accumulated wealth tech sat done.
Lost some convoys. I'm down to 8.
Shoot, let me put you're producing some, so let me put like just 3 more cheap ones. Sale. Or 4. Actually, I'm getting it's too much micro to constantly feed you tiny numbers, so I'll just do 4 convoys here.
Oh, I can afford another doctrine. Assault breakthrough.
Hmm. Well, I got unlucky here. I did a small lobbying effort, hoping I wouldn't lose too much support in the House from the Accumulated Wealth Tax Act, and of course I lost like the maximum number. It seems to happen a lot. Wait, I just keep getting screwed by RNG.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would take a month to build more support, and that would be November 1st. It's like I forget what day of the month it would be in 1938, but my election will happen very soon after. So I should probably just wait. An election event should give me some support. I'm trying to get Selective Training Act for the base war support before I then get all those events when you liberate the Antilles, and then I'll just be building political power because I'll need it for like war propaganda and stuff.
Yeah.
Saving up or for mobilizing my economy. Oh yeah, I can go to war economy during my civil war, and even once it ends, stay under it as a democratic country as long as I have 50% war support. So liberate the Antilles will let me stay at war economy, which would be good. That's a lot of factories.
Okay.
Yep. So it's important. That being said, yeah, no, it's important. How are you doing with tech? Since I was just thinking for a second, you're doing ZFO, and that gives you a tech boost.
Yep. For electronics.
Do you have any tech slots that can be open soon to actually run electronics research, or
Yeah. In 22 days, I'll finish support equipment. In 32 days, I'll finish infantry equipment 1.
22 days support equipment? You said, and 32 infantry
32
equipment.
for. Although I'll probably in 32, I'll probably want to start working on the
Yeah,
Mendoza C-34. Yeah.
yeah, um,
SMGs.
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
That'll it's worth
Then the other
doing
one I
though.
can put for radio or computing machine.
You already have basic radio, right?
Yeah. Sorry, improved radio, I should say.
Yeah. That gives what is it? Coordination and
Reinforce rate.
eh, yeah, I would
The other
do
one gives
the
a research.
computing machine so you can catch up more in tech.
All right, cool.
Um, no, wait. you're actually really, I forget, you have so few research slots, you may not get a chance to do improved radio again for a long time. And it does give improved radio for light tanks.
I'm only a couple focus away from more research slots. Although I will need factories. Yeah, I'll
You'll,
need more than 50 factories for
yeah,
television.
yep. And you'll
So,
also
never mind.
have industry research, infantry equipment research support company. Yeah, you might actually just want to do improved radio because it gives aerodynamics breakthrough, and that's probably the first research facility you'll want to do because radar.
Yeah.
Um, but also improved radio will help with actual combat stuff. It'll be useful when you're pushing down the Latin America and you might not get a chance to go back into a computing machine for a while or whatever. The,
Okay.
yeah, gotta start thinking a little more.
There's no Zanzibar.
Zanzibar? What?
Yeah, I figured Zanzibar would be a victory point.
In where?
Uh, Tanzania.
Oh. I mean, maybe it wasn't big in this time period yet. I don't know.
It was. I know it was bigger before. I don't know if it went into like disrepair.
Decline, maybe.
Fell into obscurity. I don't know. I
I
don't know
don't
that
think the
much about the
Paradox
Parsons
devs put
things.
a ton of. I Tanga, Tanganyika. Yeah, Tanzania.
Yeah,
Doesn't have any victory points, does it?
there's Dar es Salaam, which is on the coastline. Zanzibar's on that island just north of Dar es Salaam.
Oh, that's all one province. So in the game,
Yeah.
they're both
Oh,
considered.
right.
Can't have
They can't.
two in a
Yeah,
single province. They'd have to
that makes sense.
break that tiny island into its own. So yeah,
Hmm.
probably should be worth more than one victory point. Although the
I
amount of
guess
victory
I'll look at the
points,
populations.
what?
I'll look at the populations. Maybe Dar es Salaam is just a bigger city.
Probably. The victory point
Yeah,
assignment
much
to
bigger.
do with supply capabilities too, how developed something is. That's why
Yeah.
there are actually focuses to make some victory points worth more. They're supposed to represent improved local supply capabilities.
Mm.
Like I think Estonia gets one of those where it upgrades Kurasara. That victory point makes it worth more. Let's see.
Oop.
Hold Sarima. Yep, it makes Kurasara have more victory point. Uh, Worth 15 instead of 1, which also makes it
Hmm.
harder for them to surrender if they hold it, but like they'll hold on longer, but it increases local supply on that island. Well, and station troops there without having an actual supply depot there. You were saying, ooh, something
Hmm.
happened?
Sorry, nothing. I kicked something.
Oh, all right. On pause. Um, Hold on. I'm gonna quickly cut the YouTube recording here and start a new one. Folks on YouTube, I do